Turning now to the first nation to announce that it had successfully created a COVID-19 vaccine, Russia. That announcement was met over the summer with widespread skepticism and questions about transparency. Now, fast forward several months later, Russia is battling a surge in COVID cases. But tonight, the country claims their vaccine works as well as the two main candidates here in the U.S. and is much cheaper to produce. Patrick Reevell has more.
We're entering one of the centers of Moscow's coronavirus epidemic. This exhibition hall, now a hospital for hundreds of patients, and more are arriving every day.
Doctors tell us that there are 500 patients in this hospital right now, with about 50 more coming in each day. They're going to open up a new complex to try and house more of the patients that are coming.
The world raised eyebrows when Russia was the first to register its COVID vaccine back in August. Critics said the process had been rushed, there hadn't been enough testing, not enough transparency. Mass production of that vaccine has since run into trouble, and Russia is now swamped by the second wave. Moscow has opened several temporary hospitals like this to try to absorb a flood of patients.
Everything is okay. Our food is good. We're given a lot of attention. Everything is clean. We're all satisfied.
They are impressively modern, clean and well organized. It's how Russia would like to be able to handle the pandemic. But outside of Moscow, things look a lot different. Across Russia's vast regions, in many places, its poorly resourced health system is overwhelmed. Patients lying in corridors. This video prompting an outcry and a promise by authorities to investigate. In Barnaul, a hospital basement filled with bodies. This video leading authorities to say they had to be stored there because staff haven't been able to keep up with autopsies. In many places, hospitals are so full that they're having to turn even seriously ill patients away. Here, an exhausted paramedic begging for doctors to accept a 90-year-old patient. Authorities responding to this video, saying the patient was later hospitalized.
I think that we just have a disaster.
Nikolai Kashirin, a journalist in Siberia, found himself in this hospital.
I laid in the corridor for 3 days. There were 2 men and 3 women next to me.
Back in October, oxygen supplies ran short in several regional hospitals. Authorities raced to install extra tanks. In Siberia, one tank exploded soon after it was installed. In Novosibirsk, almost 2,000 miles from Moscow, doctors are so stretched, former patients have been volunteering to drive them to visit COVID patients in their homes. They say a doctor has sometimes been attending 40 at-home visits a day.
There's so many people getting sick around, and there's such a load on the health system. People should unite and help one another.
As the health system in many regions is pushed to the brink of collapse, the government is portraying things as under control. It has resisted ordering tough lockdown measures, and critics have accused Russia of falsifying COVID statistics to conceal the scale of the crisis.
It's just a complete fake. The case statistics, just written, just drawn by hand, it's have nothing with reality, almost nothing with reality.
The official toll now stands at 36,000 deaths, but Raksha and other experts say the real death count is more likely well over 100,000 and still growing.
If you think about only developed nations, I mean like European or North American nations, Russia will take at least second place, if not first.
Russian officials had said they hoped to counter the second wave with a vaccine. Today, Russia announced preliminary results from its phase 3 trial, claiming that its Sputnik V vaccine has over 95% efficacy. But it has been struggling to mass manufacture it, having to radically reduce plans for a mass rollout. The US and Europe now have 3 vaccines awaiting approval. US officials hope that the first Americans may start to receive an approved vaccine as early as December 11th. In the meantime, as elsewhere, Russians are facing a long, hard winter. Patrick Reevell in Moscow for ABC News Live.
Thanks to Patrick for that in-depth report.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.